What we're going to do in today's video is we have the skyRC GNSS Performance Analyzer, and whenever I was shopping for a GPS to measure the top speed runs on RC cars, I shopped around and this is the one I ended up going with. It's got some scuffs on it from making the mini XRT video, and you can check that one out, it's on the page. But this GPS measures using GPS and GLONASS, and it does several things. It's got a drag race mode and airplane mode for measuring altitude, and what we use it for is the track mode, just to pretty much measure top speed. But the model is GSM020. Like I said, it took some little scuffs from the mini XRT video, which turned out pretty good. So today what we're going to do is just compare it. We've got 3 different vehicles we're actually going to put it in and go down the road and compare it to the vehicle's speedometer versus maybe like Google Maps speed, and then this GPS. I've seen videos on them, but I haven't seen anybody test how accurate they are, so most of us just slap them on our RCs and take its word on how accurate it is. But today we'll put it in real vehicles going down the road, and we'll see what it says versus what they say. So here we are. We're gonna test this thing in a 06 Nissan Altima, my little work car. We're gonna use a speedometer. We're gonna use the skyRC app, and I have it on track, and I've hit start, and it's going to give us a real-time speed, which is not exactly up to the very second, but it's close. And we're connected to 12 satellites right now, and then we'll also be using just a MapQuest, and it'll give us a speed on there as well, so we'll be able to compare everything. So right now, according to the car speedometer, we're right at just a hair under 55. The real time on the skyRC says about the same, and the GPS on the phone says right about the same. So we're just kind of comparing what does the GPS say. Measuring instruments, and the skyRC isn't exactly real time, but it should get us real close. Try to do is get the car to exactly 60 and no faster, and then when we get stopped, we're going to see what the skyRC said was the top speed. Looks like we might have hit 61, 62. Speedometer, we hit a maximum of 62-ish. So then we'll stop and see what the skyRC says. The GPS says our top speed was, and I'm guessing it's going to be right around 62. Alright, so the maximum we got on the car speedometer was right about 62. So let's see what the skyRC GPS says. It also says 62. Alright, so there's one test. We'll get in a different vehicle and test it again. So during that test, we had the skyRC GPS sitting in the dash. It says it can go through glass and plastic and stuff like that, but it can't read through metal. So set it up in the dash, got good readings out of it. All right, we've got the skyRC GPS sitting right there in the dash. 12 satellites. New test. This time we are in a 2006 Pontiac G6. Alright, so right now the speedometer on the car says right about 55. So we can compare that to the real time on the GPS. I'm creeping up. And the speed that the Google Maps says we're doing. About 57, 58. Slowing back down. Alright, we're going to shoot for exactly 60 on the speedometer. Right there. Might have got 61. Might have got to about 61. So we'll see how that compares to what the GPS says we did. Alright, so we got a top speed on the speedometer right about 61 or 62. So we'll hit stop and read on the skyRC app, and it says 62 top speed. So we'll go do this one more time in a newer, nicer vehicle and see what it does. Alright, we saved the best for last. We're in Cody's 2019 Dodge Challenger RT. The GPS is up there in the windshield. And we'll see again what the car speedometer says versus the skyRC versus the Google Maps. Right now 71 is the top number. Let's see what the skyRC GPS says, if it matches that top number. We hit stop. We hit read. And it says 72. So it's right there within a mile an hour or so. So it's pretty accurate. I'm happy with it. I trust it to tell me the top speed of our RC cars. We'll hit start one more time. SD card, it only does 20. Is it accurate at low speeds as well? Exactly 20 on the car and the GPS. Stopped and see what the GPS says, if it agrees with the speedometer. But that was the hardest we've accelerated, so that might have messed with it, we're not sure. Speedometer on a car got up to 54, it just flashed 54 and the GPS says 53. I think it's plenty accurate. Alright, to wrap it up, the skyRC GPS GNSS Performance Analyzer, the app, I think it's pretty accurate. I'm very satisfied with it. I trust it to tell me the top speed of my RC cars. The only advantage I found with the other one that I was looking at was you didn't have to have an app. It would just read it out on the display of the GPS. But this one was cheaper, looks to be smaller, and this is the one that I went with. Like I said, the only thing that I liked better about the other one was that you didn't need an app on your phone and you could read the top speed right from the unit. But like I said, that one was more expensive, so I'm happy with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.